Hello and welcome back to my devlog. I've really enjoyed development this week. I feel like I've learned a lot. I've made some pretty funny mistakes, which you will have seen if you follow me on Twitter, which you should do. I post more regular progress updates there. My handle is @EndeverGames, if you'd like to follow me. Alright, so I started the week off fairly slowly. I didn't do any work on my own stuff. Instead, I just spent a few hours doing my Unity course. The course I'm doing, by the way, is Create with Code. It's for total beginners, which is great. I've been finding the pacing is actually really good, even though it might seem a little slow and drawn out to some people. But I find that I end up really learning the concepts and not just copy pasting the code, which is something I find myself doing with other YouTube tutorials and things. And you can always watch at double speed, which is what I do. I had good intentions for Tuesday, but by the time I'd finished my day job and we'd settled our daughter to bed, I was too tired to do anything productive, so I just set my alarm really early instead. So now the real work begins. Today I added a basic camera follow script. I sorted out the secondary attack. It works now while both moving or not moving, and your speed changes so you move slower while attacking. At the moment you can't actually move while doing the primary attack, which is like the heavy attack, but the secondary one you can move, but slower. I tidied up the code a little bit by adding some speed variables. It looks nicer. We're getting a big old list of variables. I mean, this is almost my first script that I've written by myself, so I don't know, it's probably not actually that long. The main challenge today was actually figuring out how to create a timer that counts up while sprinting so that I can limit how long you can sprint for. I want sprinting to have consequences like getting fatigued and tired, so you can't just sprint constantly. So the solution I've come up with is a fatigue timer, but the trouble is it's a function on its own that is triggered when you sprint. And I'm not sure how this is going to work if I want to have other actions to also increase that fatigue. Anyway, I think that's enough for today and I'll work on that tomorrow. Got started at 5 AM again today. Today I'm focusing on improving the fatiguing system. I had a bug to fix today where if you held sprint right through a fatigue recovery, then the next time you got fatigued it wouldn't last for the full 4-second recovery from fatigue time that I'd set. And the problem was with coroutines. I needed to make a change where before starting the coroutine it does a check to see that it isn't already running, and that fixed it. Basically it's just a bool that says coroutine running equals true at the start of the coroutine and then false after it has run the coroutine. I also started working on my first enemy sprite today, which was a lot of fun. Alright, so another early start. I finished up the enemy animation today and brought it over into Unity. I've added colliders, and then I spent an hour trying to work out why my characters kept getting stuck. I googled everything to do with physics. I even did what I've been told never to do and went and looked at the settings of the physics engine. I tried changing the mass of the characters. I tried different types of colliders. But then this happened. I worked out that the problem was in my script. I had a check for collisions method running for the purpose of checking when my player left the ground. The problem was that I wasn't specifying the ground when doing this check. So basically whenever my player exited a collision or exited a box collider, then it would mark the is on ground bool to false. So it was a very simple fix. I just checked for the ground tag in an if statement, and that solved my sticky player problem. I'm going to take a break now and go for a walk with my wife, my daughter and my dog. It's an exciting day in New Zealand today as we drop down an alert level for COVID-19. It means that we can now go and buy takeaway coffee again. Yes! Alright, I'm back and now I've done a basic script to have the pirate follow you when you get close enough, and then it stops when it's a certain distance too. And I think that's enough for today. Today I'm just editing my devlog for the week. I'm probably going to take it easy for the weekend. We went for another walk and a coffee this morning because we're addicts. Next week I'm going to start out by working on the enemy script. I'll make it so attacking the enemy will destroy him. I'll make a spawn manager to keep creating new enemies. If I have time, I'd love to start work on a parry, because that's going to be really important for this game, to have sort of a challenging timing aspect for parrying the enemy's attacks. So we'll see if we get to that. But that's it for this week. Thanks for watching my video, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already. Catch you next week.